Okay, so 10-minute grace period started for Lisa's arrived. Hello, Lisa. It's a 10-minute grace period. You just want to get your screen set up. We're going to be moving more into our simulations and how we create representations. We did a little bit of that with the Google Draw, but now we're going to go further into electricity today because we've talked about kinetic energy, power, work and energy. So we're walking out of those concepts. So get your mind ready for that. Set up two screens because I'm gonna give you a new screen to use, and I'm gonna also show you guys how to incorporate images into your documents. We started off drawing them because I wanted you to have that in your toolkit as a physicist or future physicist. But now we're moving into how do we simulate things. Okay, so we're gonna do a lot of simulations, and what's going to help you is doing a simulation with me. I'll provide those links. You'll take a print screen of the simulation. Please be on the computer when you're doing this. And once you take a print screen, if you're on a cell phone, I think you can take a snapshot of your screen or something like that. Either way, it's best to be on a computer. And what you will need to do is simply put that image in your document, your Google Doc. So we're going to be doing some of that today because we're walking into what scientists do, which is create research papers and whatnot. So give yourselves just like 8 minutes to set up your screens, and I'm going to walk you through everything you need for today's class. After we do the norms, of course. All cameras have to stay on the entire class period. This is a CPS requirement, and if you do not, if you do not basically respond when I'm trying to make sure your camera's working or your microphone's working, I will have to eject you from class, and that will count against your attendance. So just let's do everyone a favor and work on just following the rules that were given to us by the school system. Okay, how many students do we got coming in here now? Take a look at this. Okay, so Jacqueline's arrived. Let me redo attendance real quick. This is physics. Let's see here. No, this is not Spanish.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes, who's speaking?
Lisa, is it okay if I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, just come right back there. You got 7 minutes before we start.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh Lord, this boy. Okay, so let's see here. Alan is not present. Lisa is present. Jacqueline's present. Mario Carvajal not present. Christopher Clark not present. I don't see Courtney Dixon not present. Garcia, they're both not present. Romeo Lee not present. Rashad Lockhart not present. Llewellyn Angelique is present. Leah Mims, let's see here, they're present. Angel's been present. Thickpen not present. Uh, Wallace not present, and Worthy not present. Let's reset this to make sure they logged it. Okay. So they got 6 more minutes to before that's written in stone for today. All right. I hope everybody again is on a computer doing this type of work on a cell phone. It's going to be tough on you. If you do not have computer access or internet access, you can contact the school to see if they can work with helping you out with that situation. Jacqueline, you're on two devices. You're on your phone and laptop, huh?
Yeah, cause
Okay.
my
Yeah, it
phone.
just confused me for a second, but she's tenacious. She's gonna make it work. I see. Way to go! Way to go! All right, so 5 more minutes, and we're gonna go into our norms, and I'm gonna discuss how we're gonna create these simulations. But we gotta go through the problem, so you'll know what the problem is, and then we're gonna use a simulation to see what the problem is about. Sometimes people learn better from seeing. Okay, Llewellyn got to come back. And she's back. Okay. 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. I was just about to call you, Miss Vega.
What you need, Mr. Tyler?
There's observations. You're on the list. Like we didn't do. We'll talk offline. But I think right. I'm not sure. It's some. I think he's 11:30 or something like that. We supposed to talk about rounds basically.
Okay. Okay. So just email me or we'll talk after class.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think it's the next class you got to observe me. If I remember
Oh,
from the
great.
list.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll find the email, but they sent that out. We'll
Okay.
talk.
All right then.
Three more minutes, everybody, before we're gonna start our norms and get started on today's assignment. Now, if you are by your computer and you're working on this as I do, it's not hard. You're gonna learn some new techniques. If you know them already, cool. But if you don't, you should pay attention. Things like print screen and copy and paste takes it to a new level. But we're gonna use this to create simulations and then put them into our Google Doc and then work on the problem. So we're walking into making a scientific paper or a research paper. So as a reminder, your camera must be on in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, Mr. Tyler.
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna tell you, I tried doing that work from yesterday for both classes. It was just hard to understand, but I'll try later on today.
Okay, okay. You mean trying to find the final answers, Lisa, or typing it up, which was hard?
The final answers and stuff. It
Yeah, I
just
know.
looked complicated.
Well, you're doing engineering math, Lisa, so don't get discouraged. It's supposed to. And to tell all you guys, anything that gives you a headache in this class is like a workout for the brain. When you work out, you go running or lifting weights. First thing it hurt. First time around it hurts. The second time around, you get stronger. So that's how you look at it. But we'll talk about it. Because we'll start having allowing students to come to my prep period. I don't know how we're gonna do it because I think prep period for me is fourth period, but you guys have class during fourth period, so we might have to talk to your teacher to see if you can come by and we can work it out, or find a different time to meet up. So that's my only solution, Lisa. But don't get discouraged. I got Miss Frank. Okay, well, cool. I'll try to follow up with her and see if it's okay. You can. Look, I don't want you to miss class, so we got to work that out. But I will help you figure out the final answers. And then you're going to be like, oh, that's it. I already know. Okay, so 10 more seconds. We're going to go through our norms. I think attendance is solid. Okay. All right, so I'm going to call you one by one to read off our academic norms. This sets the culture, this sets the stage of how we should operate as students. So number one, Leah Mims. Can you read number one from the five basic norms?
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Thank you. Angel, are you there? Can you read number two? I'm looking at the ceiling. That's why I'm like, are you there? Okay.
You said what?
Oh, I said, can you read number two, sir?
Our secret?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read number two?
Our our secret.
Okay, thank you, because you broke up a little bit. Angelique, can you read number three?
We will never behave in a way that shutted ourselves, our school, our family.
Thank you. Jacqueline, can you read number four?
At Excel Academy Southwest, student is always a leader, a gentleman.
Awesome, awesome. So let's go to number five. Who's next on my list? Lisa Brown. Are you there? Can you read number
We
five?
take pride in Excel Academy in Southwest.
Thank you. Let's go back to the top. Aaliyah Mims. Can you read number one?
We respect the opinions of others.
Thank you. Let's see. Angel, number two.
We respect the culture of the classroom.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Angelique, number three.
We are attentive and participate.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Jacqueline, can you read number four?
We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers.
Thank you. Number five, Lisa.
We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thanks. Okay. So let's get into today and what we got to do.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Okay. It's okay, Angelique. You already muted yourself. Thank you. So let me minimize this, and we're going to discuss today's problem. So I've tried saying me in the chat, and no one says anything. So now I'm the popcorn. I'm going to ask certain people to read certain things. This is to make sure you're in class and paying attention. And you guys need these participation points because, say, for instance, you have a score of 0 from a previous assignment. And you're like, where do my points go, Mr. Tyler? You'll look up and you'll still get like 50% because you had attendance and you had that participation point thing going that day. So you should take advantage of this. I'm not just saying picking on you and trying to hurt you. I'm trying to help you. Okay. So be mindful of that. The first thing we need to go through is basically today's agenda. And this is kind of like the agenda every time. So you're aware of everything you got to finish in class. So here, let me post this in the chat for you. I want you to, let's see, Angel, can you read what's in the chat for me? I'm looking at the ceiling. Angel, are you there? All right. Aaliyah, can you read what's in the chat for me? Yeah, turn your microphone on, dude, like you're walking somewhere.
How you say that word? This time I forgot how to
Start
say it.
start with hello first.
Oh, hello, our future electrical engineers.
There you go. Synchronous.
Synchronous problems need to be completed and ready to be presented tomorrow in class. Asynchronous problem have to be completed as homework and will be checked tomorrow in class as well.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. All right. So we got that part done. And that helped out Aaliyah from a past assignment. Now let's put the second portion in before we get to the problem. So let me take this from. I'm taking this all you guys. I'm basically giving you points, forcing you to read what I put in ENSBY. So you're gonna slow things down for everybody. All right. So what about this one? Let's see if I can get Jacqueline. Can you grace us with your lovely voice and read this portion?
Hold up, it's because I can't really see it.
Gotta
Um,
put it in the chat.
okay. Please remember to get maximum credit. All calculation steps for the final answers to the synchronous and asynchronous problems need to be uploaded to EDSB via the same format that we have been using since the start of the quarter. This format is showing in the video. Typed Google Doc, convert to PDF. Stay safe out there and send.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we got that out the way, right? That's pretty much what's going on today. My message for you for class to let you know what's going to happen. Now I'm going to choose someone else to read off a question, and the question is 1S, and it stands for synchronous, as Aaliyah just mentioned a while back. So let me put this in the chat. All right, now I want, let's see, who hasn't gone yet? I want to say Miss Llewellyn. Can you read for us? Angel left. I hope he's coming back. I was about to ask him a question. So, Angelique, can you see what's in the chat? All you have to do is read it. She's there, but her microphone is off. Okay. Are you saying no? Okay. So, I think you're fixing the screen. Is that what you're doing, Angelique? Okay, I think she's got it going. But I'll start us off with this. We have to, and hopefully she can turn on her microphone to read that to us. But let me resize a different screen. And we got to start off with our document, right? So I'm going to resize. And this is how you should have your laptops or desktop, whichever you're working on, set up so you can actually begin typing things. So go to your account, make sure it's set up for whichever account you have been using this entire time. And then you're going to go to Docs, because you got to write this up as a Google Doc still, but we're doing something a little different today. So I did a blank document, and I'm going to name it, right? Same procedure as always. So it's going to be called Do Now. And the date is the 22nd, 9/2020. Okay. So now the header is what's required. So I'm going to put Mike Tyler. But you guys are going to put your names there. Okay. And then today's date again, this is 22nd, 9/2020. Okay. What period are we in? Well, this is period 2. So second period. And you are physics students. Title today, I've told you guys this before. You just go to, the I'm sorry, the do now in the ESB, and it says do now force field electric force. Now I'm moving through this kind of quickly. Usually I'll let you guys have time to answer it, but we got one more thing to do before we actually jump into the problem. So let's get the basics out of the way, like the problem and the header and the title, all that out the way. So again, the title is already in EDSB, force, Star Wars, force field. And then I think in parentheses, you have the concept that we're trying to learn, which is electric force. Right. This is physics, right? Let's say that's the next period. I'm sorry, you guys. That's for the engineering students. My bad. So it is actually, because I'm looking at physics, but that sounds like something else. Yours is called a rose. There we go. Covered. What is it? Float. And a float is basically like in a parade, you have so many floats, if you didn't know. So this is in brackets, and the concept learned here is position. That's what it is. Position, time, graphs. And I'll put it in the chat if you're not sure, but it is in EDSB as position time graphs. And put this in the center. And again, you should be typing this up with me so you can have it already done. There's no need to be trying to get old work done, or you can get it done right here, right now with the instructor, called synchronous time. All right, so now we need the problem, right? And come here, and The problem consists of, my apologies, phone was ringing. The problem consists of what? So we got through the please look at this and make sure you turn in and what a synchronous problem is and asynchronous problem is. But here's the actual problem. All right. And I'm going to put both parts in for you. Now, if you're following directions, this is going to be really, really easy. But first, we need some background knowledge. And the background knowledge I'm talking about is slopes. This is just me putting the problem into the document. All right. Now, where are we at with this? Well, we got to understand what slope is. So here is the engagement activity for today. And you're going to get like 5 minutes to get it right. So let me put the link in, and then I'm going to have you share out. And that'll be your moment to gain back some points that you may have lost during the quarter. So let me share this screen with you guys. Here we go. And you may not remember what slope is, and I didn't want to go through a series of calculations with you guys. A couple of meetings, they say that we need more visual representations to make sure you're understanding what's going on and that you can engage. So let me put this link into the chat, and I want each of you to try to get the link going by just clicking on it. Okay, let me go back one. I want to see if this link by itself will work for you. Copy this, put that there, and click on the link and tell me if you can get to my screen. Now, you have to try to get to the screen, so try to troubleshoot it. But let's go through slope. So today's topic is really getting into what is rise over run. And most of our topics are going to jump into what is a final and what is an initial, or y1, y2, x1, x2. Now, if you can't see my screen, you have to click on that link and try to get it open on your screen so you can follow along. Now, I'm going to change some values here to show you what happens with slope. As you can see, as I change these values, we're not exactly talking about the first one, second one. It's always final minus the initial, or the second minus the first. So, for instance, this is our x, in the denominator, this is our x values. So for x2, we know it's 4. x1, it's 0. Well, okay, Mr. Tyler, why do I need to see all this? Okay, why do I need to use all this? Because later on, we're going to be going into what average velocity is. In the top portion, you have your distance. The bottom portion, you have your time. Before I told you guys about delta. Well, here we go again. So what I want you to do is I want you to recreate this on your screen, and we're going to screenshot it into our Google document. Okay. So I want you to give me this value here on your screen in 5 minutes. Okay, so you got to click on the link and recreate this on your screen. Not show me my screen, recreate it on your screen. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do that.
What link?
The link is in the chat, Lee. You want to put it back there? You don't see it? It says fetcolorado.edu sims. Okay. Angelique, okay, cool. So open it up. And in 4 minutes, I'm gonna need you guys to share out. This time on the way home, I don't have a computer, I'm on the phone. Okay, Leah, you're gonna get better with time management, sweetie. You gotta figure this out. You gotta figure this out. You gotta try to get the work done. Review the video is all I can say, and
I
try
can't
to.
see
Mr.
because
Tyler.
of the timer.
Yeah.
You can no. You don't need that. Are you talking about the settings? I'm sorry, Jacqueline. I think that's what you're asking me. You talking about this?
Yeah,
There you go.
I
Is
think.
that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So all you guys got to do is just open on that link and reset it the way I've set it. And in 4 minutes, I'm going to check your screens. That's all you got to do to get this portion of your demonstration points for in-class work. So be ready to share your screen. If you don't do this, you'll have another opportunity tomorrow at the start of class.
Mr. Tyler,
Yes, Lisa.
did you say screenshot it too?
Well, we're going to screenshot it after you demonstrate, but you want to print screen that, Lisa, yes, into your Google document if you want to jump
Which
ahead.
one? Which one
Okay.
we supposed to be going to?
I couldn't hear. What'd you say?
Which one we supposed to be going to?
Angelique, you so far away from your microphone, dear. I can't even. I could barely hear you.
Which one are we supposed to be going to?
Slope. You talking about from the simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 more minutes. We got to share our screens. How far we've come.
All right. Uh,
You got it set up.
you can
You
hear
got it.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got it set up already.
No. Wait.
Okay, so use this time to get it set up. It has to be set the way I set it on the screen. All you do is you go to your slope calculation and you change it to the numbers you see.
I'm gonna have to leave.
You got to go. Oh, all right. I don't know what's going on. Hope she come back. All right, so that leaves Jacqueline. Aaliyah, you can do this FET simulation on your phone to get points. Oh, she came right back. You can do this on your phone, Aaliyah, so you don't have to lose points. You just got to click on the link and try it. I know you like, I'm not by a computer, but this part you can do on your phone, from what I understand. I think that goes for everybody. So I wanted to introduce this to you because we'll be using this more often to simulate what occurs when you make this slope calculation, and more especially what happens when we're looking into average velocities. All right, so 2 more minutes to have your screen set the way mine is. And all you gotta do is present and show me you are
Yeah,
at.
I did it. So that was
You,
what
you,
we're supposed to
you got it?
do. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, a minute left. All you gotta do is have close to the same representation that I have.
What are we supposed to be doing?
So you see that my slope is 2/3. You gotta recreate a 2/3 slope.
What you mean, Mr. Time?
Did you put the values in?
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do really then.
Do we supposed to be sending it to you or something?
You say, well, Miss Llewellyn, what did you say?
Do we supposed to be sending it to you or something?
You're gonna be taking a print screen of it and then putting it into the Google Doc afterwards. All right.
I don't
So,
know how to do that.
well, I'm gonna show you that in a minute. So let me stop the clock because I think everybody should have it by now, right? So I'm gonna stop the clock and I'm gonna stop presenting. And I need who's first? Who would like to go first so we can get to the problem of taking it?
Me.
Go ahead, me. I think I seen Jacqueline's hand next. That's what I thought. So you know how to present, Angelique?
Uh, no.
Okay, so you come down to present in the Google Meet. Yeah,
Oh, and go.
you see present in the corner. All right, then when you
I
click
see.
on, okay, right. Then when you click on that, the next thing is it should say entire screen or something else. You just click on entire screen. Does it give you an option to choose a screen to view?
Uh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
It-
Wait.
Well, it should. Oh, okay. Angel's back, but it should give you an option to view.
Right there.
You back,
Okay.
Angel?
I got it.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a
Okay.
huge
Then
group.
you click share. Angel, you kind of, I got to get you caught up somehow. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat for you. Miss Llewellyn sharing her screen. There it goes. She got it.
I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't go back in the class after I did that. It was like a glitch.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Well,
couldn't go back to class. I just got on because I had
you
to
gonna
power up my Chromebook.
Okay, so you're gonna have to go back and check the video out to catch the rest of it because we still got to do the problem and print screen our images into our document. But Llewellyn, can you share the screen with your slope completed?
I thought I did.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, yeah. Okay, can you go back to it? I was looking at that. Click back on the one for the where's where's she at? Oh, she's stopping presenting. Okay. Well, you did it. I see it for a second. And thank you for sharing. Let's see who's next. Let's see, Jacqueline. I think you said you wanted to go next. That's what I have written down.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. That's good. You got it. Oh, and you got the two screens set up. Pretty good. You got the hang of it. All right, you're good. And Angel, we'll come back to you. You have a chance, Angel, tomorrow to do the same thing. But we got to get into the problem. I think Lisa, I didn't see yours. Can you share real quick? Okay, there she is. Looking great, Lisa. Okay, cool. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, guys, because it's 10:42, and I do want to give you guys enough time to the next period to stretch your legs and stuff. So we got to jump into this problem. So do exactly as I do, so you can take this image you created, that simulation you created. Don't close it. On a print screen. Now on your keyboard somewhere, there's a PTRSC. All right, that's a print screen button. So find that button on your keyboard somewhere, and you're gonna press that button. So okay, I'm gonna type in the chat what that button is on your keyboard. So it's PTR, and then it's a capital SC. Okay, find that button. Once you find that button, make sure the image that you created or the simulation you created is visible. Then you press the button. All right, so I'm gonna take you through how. You say you don't see it?
No.
Okay, if you don't see it, I'll show you a different way tomorrow. But let's focus on getting the problem done because you've done great so far. But everyone else, make sure you find that button because that's how I'm going to do this
Alright.
next step.
I,
You
I
found it?
see it, but it got a bar at the end.
Okay, well, we're going to see if it works. Okay. So everybody should have found that button because it's going to allow you to copy your screen and put it into your Google Doc. Now, we already created our document, right? So I'm going to hit hide here. I think you guys see what I'm doing. I'm going to press the print screen button once. Once I did that, it should be in my clipboard. And I can come here in my document, hold control and press V. And look what happens. Right. So that's what my screen is because I have two monitors. I have one on my laptop and a screen connected on another TV, a HDMI TV. But you see that all that.
But I didn't get to write the stuff down.
Okay, you got the recording though. You just got to check it out later. You'll be okay. That's why I do the recordings by force. You can go back and if you miss something, review it. But here's the next step. You're gonna click on the image. Did you have a question?
Yeah. You said press print screen and what?
Press the print screen button, then come to your Google Doc, and then hold Control and press V for paste.
Okay.
And then it should paste it. Did that help?
Hold on. I'll tell you when I'm
Okay.
done.
So the next thing you want to do is crop. And you want to crop it out because you don't want everybody knowing your business, right? So let me zoom in. So what I mean by your business, you got probably tabs and stuff up here you don't want nobody to know about. So this is very good for you guys when you're trying to actually create reports or you want to call customer service for the light bill and you want to snapshot something online to prove it. You make screenshots and crop it out. So we're going to crop down the image. And the image we want is this over here that we created, right? So crop looks like this. It says crop image. If I click on that, I can take these edges, these black edges, and I can resize it. So let me move this out the way. Let me move that one out the way. Any more? All right. So I'm gonna move this over, and it's not shrinking it, it's actually cropping it. So you see that image over there. That's going to be left out when I'm done with it. Then I'm going to chop all this off because I just want the slope. And chop all it off. I don't want them to know what time I did it or none of that. I just want this part. So once I've sized it the way I want to crop out the picture, I click outside of it and you double click. It's basically a new image. And it only has the information you need. So I need you guys to do the same thing I just did in your document. This is going to be your simulation that you include with your work. All right. Now for the next part of our assignment, spreadsheets. So give me a second. I'm going to send you guys a link that you can use for class. And you're going to open this up because in order for you to follow along, you're going to need this link. I was going to take you step by step through the spreadsheet, but I think that's for like next week after you guys get used to using one. So I made you a spreadsheet real quick that you can use for the benefit of this week's instruction. So let me get the link, copy, and we're going to put this here. So I want everybody, if you don't have this step done, don't, stay on it, but we're moving to the next part of class so we can get the work done. Click on that link and let me know if you have access to it. And let me bring up what the link should look like on your screen. This initial spreadsheet I'm giving you guys will help you when you're trying to go through and do data for slopes. And later on, you'll see for other calculations with velocity or just any types of rates of change in physics. Getting you guys ready for the science world. Was there a question? Does everybody have access to that document? You're going to need it for class.
See it.
Okay. So we're going to go through this because this is going about this whole concept here is about position time graphs. And in science, you have to do all sorts of graphs, which is why we have to use a spreadsheet. So everybody should have opened up the link. It's shareable to all of you and it's editable. And I'm seeing a couple of people pop up top. So I kind of see 2 people. I need to see the rest of them in the class because I want to make sure you have access to it. But here's the first thing we're going to do. You're going to hit File, come down to Make a Copy, and make your own copy because everybody's in this one document. Now, to get credit, I need some people to type in some certain things. And I'm going to pick on you one at a time. And if you participate, you can get off just a little bit or like 5 minutes maybe. But we got to participate together because I got to make sure you understand this behind the scenes. So the first value I want someone to type in, let's see who's in the actual spreadsheet, is Lisa. Can you type in what you said? What? Who's that? Llewellyn? Okay, so the document I shared in the chat, did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, did you click on it? It should open a spreadsheet for you.
All right, I'm gonna join. I'm going in there.
Mr. Tyler.
You got it, Angel?
Yeah, I'm coming in there right now.
Okay. I want everybody. I'm seeing somebody else join the spreadsheet. Good.
If you want me to press where it's highlighted, where you click
Lisa,
that.
Lisa. I wanted you to type from where it started at all the way down to 15. So it should be 15 slots. So start typing, Lisa, so I can see.
Okay, what was I supposed to do?
Llewellyn, are you in the document?
Yes.
Okay. So, yep, I think I see 4 of y'all. That's good. So, Llewellyn, what I want you to do is to put some times into this document. So you see where it says Y vertical position in meters? Right here. I want you to start typing at least 4 values that are random. So just choose any numbers.
Wait.
So for instance, I want Lisa to write, I'm gonna start her with 1. Then Lisa needs to fill it all the way down to at least, I want to say like 10 maybe. And then I want you to put in a number. It could be 0.
Who's that typing random numbers and things?
Because we're generating a graph. Did you look at what happens to the graph?
Oh.
So start typing in numbers, guys, to see what this graph does.
I was typing in numbers. Can y'all see it?
I think I got to refresh. Let me see here.
Yeah, I see them, Lisa.
Data when I go
Y'all
in
see
there.
the changes?
Tyler.
See the changes to the document? Yes.
It says no data when I go right and I click into the thing.
No data where? Where are you at?
Like in the graph. Like in the graph.
Okay, hold on. Let me look.
And right there, when you just clicked on that thing right there, it was a graph right there. It was supposed to be a graph. It said, I couldn't see it.
Okay. It takes a while to generate. but you can see us type numbers in, right?
Um, no.
So Lisa, are you on the first? Lisa, you're in the first tab. That's what it is. So it's two tabs. This is the homework tab. This is the test tab for you guys to understand what's going on. And it says no data because there has to be a Y position. You guys got to type in some Y values too.
Do I have to do it or I just stay on X?
You did enough. I'm trying to see who's doing it, Lisa. I can see what you're doing. I can actually see y'all move around too. So let me show you what I was talking about. If we do, say, right, this one was 2. Come down and you see something happen to the data chart, right? Okay. Aaliyah, you got to turn your camera on, dear.
I typed them on the bottom.
You got to keep it on, Aaliyah. You can't keep turning it off. There's they've been trying to let you know that in the chat. So you got to keep it on or I got to remove you from class. Then why is it just red? Can't see you. There's no way to know if that's you. Oh, okay. We got to talk about your attendance, dear. All right, so let's keep going.
He said Aaliyah man. He didn't even act.
So y'all see how this graph works, right? I put 5, 2. Now see people participating. This is good. This is the graph you're going to use to recreate your final image.
Tyler, that was me at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I put the numbers in at the bottom.
Okay, thank you. All right. So y'all got the hang of it, right?
Yeah.
Now, the next part of class is you're going to use this graph to create your own graph for the problem. Now, if you go to the tab that says PT Graph A, everybody click on that tab down here. This is the homework tab. Okay. So on the homework tab, I have a question, which is the question in your Google, right?
So that's the same one, Tyler?
I'm sorry?
That's the same one we just doing that thing on, or no?
Yes, that's the same one we just put in our Google Doc. Yeah.
Oh, why I can't see it then?
What do you mean, the Google Doc?
No, I can't see it like the numbers that we just did.
Oh, because this is like that was an example of position time graphs, Angel.
Oh, okay.
Now it's telling you to go to the homework tab. It says position time graph A. You see the tab down there?
I don't see anything.
So everybody look at my screen. You see this tab down here?
Yeah.
There's 2 tabs.
I don't see that.
Oh goodness. Okay, I gotta find out how to get that to you. All right. So the second tab, everybody, we're going to be typing in values. And if we read the problem very slowly, because it's coming up on 10:53, you're going to be putting the values in. I'm going to start you off with how to sketch it out. The answer to this problem is a sketch, right? And instead of y'all trying to doodle it and take a picture and send it to me, I'm showing you how to technically draw a sketch in spreadsheet. So the sketch they're saying is we need the values. So some of the first values are 1 through 15. And the reason I say that is if we come here, let me zoom in some so you can see what's going on. That's the question.
You supposed to make a copy of that?
Huh?
Supposed to make a copy of that?
Make a copy. Yeah, you gotta make a copy of it and do it because y'all can't do the same assignment together, right? So make a copy of this and work on it to get your final sketch is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, how do you do that? Again, in the problem, I'm gonna put the problem in the chat so we can talk through it. So give me 1 second. This is the problem again, your synchronous problem. Now your asynchronous work is going to be, based upon, you finishing the other parts, 2 parts A and part B to this. So with that, it says here that, okay, Courtney just came. Courtney Dixon just arrived. All right, so with that, you need to be plugging in the values that's in the problem. So that's the problem, but the first part the problem is asking you is here in the spreadsheet I gave you guys. So I'm gonna put this here, and this is the first part of it. And we got to discuss this because there's nothing for us to type up. We have to now, as physicists and scientists, make these graphs for our reports. So I hope you're paying attention. Make a copy of this spreadsheet. So when you come back, somebody didn't write over the stuff you was trying to write. Save it under your name. And you're going to have to get this image, this graph you make in this second tab to be inserted into your Google Doc. That is what you have to do. So let's get through it. In that second part, it says time equals 0 seconds, right? And if you look here, time, I put 1, so I should put 0 seconds. What time? 15 seconds. So I got to come down and I got to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you're paying attention, you could be copying this to your copying these values and putting it into your spreadsheet because you should have by now made a copy.
I don't get none of
I made a copy. I'm following along with you.
Okay. So I'm just making my timetable on my x-axis. And we got to go to 15 sections, right? That's what the problem said. So I'm just counting down. I'm not doing anything strange. As you see, your graph will change by time signatures in the x-axis. So you see it's now 14 down here because we have 14 seconds. And we got to go to 15. So it's 0 to 15 seconds, right? Your graph should look like this by now. Now, the next part of our graph. Well, let's look at the problem. Because it's like, what is it? It's 11:10, and it's 10:57. So we only got a few more minutes. And this problem will go real fast if you just follow along. Yes, Lisa?
How do you copy it? Sorry, it's like
How do
really
you
late.
copy the data?
Yeah.
So
Like
there's two ways. There's two ways, right? So make a copy of it, right? Like this. And then once you make a copy, you're gonna name it, the same thing, but with your last name. Hit OK. And then just drag it over here so you can see it side by side, right? Now that you made a copy, and it's easier for me because I have the original document, but we're gonna go to this. Make sure you're in the right tab too, so you don't get confused. So we're in the tab, and this is what I've done. Now, if I want to copy it, I just take all these cells, I'm clicking and dragging, and I right click, right? Copy. So I can just come over here, and that one cell, I just click on that one cell, and I hold Control and press V, and there you have it. Did that help you, Lisa?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So let's get back to this because we still got a few more steps before, we can start thinking about lunch and GGI. We got to look at the second part of the problem. It says chart the position time of the graph of the float. Now we got our X done, and that's from T0 to T15, but it's starting at the top. It says a rose covered parade float is at X equals 0. We got that part, right? And then it goes all the way to T equals 0 seconds. So the vertical is pretty much your X here. And I did X, Y, but you can call this, I tried to fix it for you guys. X is position, T is seconds, but the way it's set up on graphs, it would confuse you. So that's why I did this. Now, the first one is 0, 0. Make sure of that. Then this is what that statement means. X equals 0 at time equals 0. That's in the problem. X equals 0, time equals 0. That's what I'm doing. The next one is the float moves in a straight line at 2 meters per second for 5 seconds. So for 5 seconds, this is going to be increasing by 2 meters per second. So I'm going to put 2. And then the next one is what? Remember, every second is increasing by 2. So 4. The next one is what? 6. And this is for 5 seconds, so we got to keep this going. 8. And the last one will be 10. All right, let's follow instructions again from our problem. So it says it does that for 5 seconds before coming to a stop. And after 5 seconds stop, hint, hint, it stops for 5 seconds. So where's it at 5 seconds? It's about 10 meters out into the water. So the next part is for 5 more seconds, we got to keep it at 10. You'll see the line have a flat slope for 5 more seconds. Okay. Now we go back to our instructions. It says what? After the 5-second stop, the float moves again at 1.0 meters per second in the same direction as before. So it's not negative, it's positive. So let's begin. It's moving now not at 2 over 1, but 1 over 1. For every 1 meter, we talked about slope in that drawing we did. For every run, or if every rise, we have a run. So for every meter we go up, we have to go 1 over. It depends on the signs. And that's what they're saying, the same direction. So 11 seconds, can you guess what it will be? Well, it's going at 1 again. It's already 10 meters out in the water. So now 1 meter up from 1 second would be 11, then 12. I'm just going by the slope of 1 over 1. It says it only is going to continue 1.0 meters per second. So we got to say 1, 3 for 13. You just add 1 all the way out. All right. So that is pretty much the answer to part A of our problem. You would need to take this graph. You can right click on the graph once you click on it, and then insert it into your Google Doc. So I want you to copy it once it's selected, and then you should be able to come over here and paste it into your Google Doc. And it says link to spreadsheet. You say yes, and look at that. A thing of beauty. That's what you should have in your assignment for today. All right. Now look at this graph. You still have an asynchronous problem. It says from your graph, determine the position of the float, that's the boat in the water, at t equals 2 seconds and t equals 11 seconds. To do that in this graph, let's do that real quickly. Where is that at? So where would the boat be at t equals 2 seconds? So it's somewhere about here, right? So let's say it's about, if we trace it up, it's about 5 meters. And then the other one was how many seconds? It was 2 seconds and 11 seconds. So if we come here, that's a little bit past 10. Well, this thing should be somewhere around 10 or 11 meters. So I kind of gave you, what to do or how to think about it, but you just got to type it up. You can put part B's answer at the very bottom. So I'm at the point where we're going to wrap up class. So this is part B's answer. You would put it here in your Google Doc. I have to use your own graph to make this work because I don't want you guys having this. And be sure to bookmark this so you can use it for other graphing assignments we're going to have throughout the week. Okay. Now let's see here. It's 11:03. There is two more things. Demonstration points for the word of the day and the term of the day. So let me pull up your term of the day, because if you have that also in your report, you get about 25 points, but you gotta have both of them. So the word in this class today was slope. All right. And you got to put a definition in your document to get credit for slope. So I'll put that in the chat. Okay. And Mr. Rush has put the GGI in there. You get points for participating in that as well. But let me give you your other word of the day. And let's see what that is. That will be ambivalence. Okay. And I'm just going to give you the term real quickly. This is the edge slip, Mr. Tyler. I'm trying to treat it that way, but it's making sure they use those terms, sir. Yes. So make sure you put that in your document. And I'm glad Mr. Rush put it that way, but I'm trying to make sure that's included, because this is the thing of building up your character and your vocabulary. So ambivalence needs to be in there with its definition. And the other term was slope. That's the classroom term. And that's what we discussed today. Okay, no, don't put it in the chat though, Courtney. Put it in your document, in your Google Doc, man. Your Google Doc. He put it in the chat again. Okay, you trying to get points for it, I bet. But put the points in the Google Doc, man. All right. So grades. Look at your grades. You still have time to finish up anything from yesterday. The only thing demonstration points do is I go back, I look at, if you have a 0 somewhere, I might give you the 50% out of 0. It helps your grade a little bit. But you got to be in class and on time to get those points. If I have to count you as late, I'm less likely to give you the full points that you demonstrated. So just try to be here and participate in this class to go easy. The 9-day rule, I want to make sure that's clear. If you get ejected from the room, because you're not showing your camera or you're not participating or whatever the excuse may be. Just understand we're all adults here, and there is a 9-day policy. So when you get ejected, that goes against your 9 days, right? And at the end of the 9 days, you're removed from the program. And I hate to see you start all the way over because we couldn't follow basic rules. This assignment is due at 8. You have to have the graph at least in there. Make sure you have that spreadsheet for later use. And I think I covered everything. Oh, and the videos will be ready by 4 if anything was confusing. Did you have a question, Lisa?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can you go back to the
To the
Google
graph?
Doc?
Oh, the Google Doc? Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So everybody, make sure you take that link that Mr. Rush provided, and you get in the GGI in a couple of minutes. I think it starts at 11:15. All right. It's 11:06. I don't have anything
We can
else.
leave now.
You said what?
We can leave now.
Yeah, you can leave. Mo, you got that link?
Yeah, I got the link.
Okay. You got everything. You got no questions, man. I'll see you later.
Have a
Stay
good
good.
day.
You too, Lisa. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks for the support, Rush. I was just trying to make sure they got in there so they got used to it.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Use the word
Yeah,
of the
we
day,
gotta
magic clips.
try to
All
get her
right.
a computer if she don't got one or something.
I was gonna say I need you to check on that because she's not turning in work, and let me stop the recording. She's not turning in work, and it's just, I think she's capable.